Didn't you almost die biking on campus?
Yeah, I was biking on Washington Way, one of the main east-west thoroughfares on campus. I was turning left on the 26th, and a truck just didn't stop at the stop sign, going like 30 miles an hour, almost bowled right through me.
At that speed, that would have killed you.
Yeah, assuming the truck was going around 30 miles an hour, I would have had about a 40% chance of dying. But given the size of the truck, honestly, odds would have been even higher than that.
They improved that intersection recently, right?
Yeah, without the new safety features they added this year, I probably would have died. That was probably the difference maker. Previously, if I wanted to turn left there, I'd have to enter the car travel lane and go into the middle of the intersection. And if I had done that, I would have been hit. But one of the improvements they made is they made it so that it's a protected left now. So if you're a biker, instead of entering the middle of the intersection, you just go straight along the bike path. You cross where the pedestrians cross, and then you go to the other side and cross where the pedestrians cross again. That way your time spent in the intersection is way shorter, and you're at much less risk.
Did they get rid of the right turn lane on 26 that gets you on the Washington Way?
Yeah, they got rid of it because previously, if you're turning right there, it was kind of curved, so cars would be taking that corner way too quickly. By removing the right turn lane, if you want to turn there now, it's much sharper, so cars are slowing down way more, which is much safer for pedestrians. Another thing they did to add to the sharpness of the turns is add these yellow boxes into the intersection that cars have to drive around. And even if someone does get hit, the odds of a serious outcome are way lower. One change that I think really embodies the philosophy of the redesign of the 26th intersection is where there previously was a right turn for cars, they've added a right turn lane for bikes that's fully separated from cars. And there's a concrete barrier in the way to create more physical distance that makes bikes doing that right turn movement much more visible and adds physical separation between them and the cars.
And it's not just bollards, it's full-on concrete.
Full-on concrete.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Because like bollards, they do stop cars from entering the bike lane because there is a physical object there. But because they're so flexible and they're made of plastic, you could actually still just drive right through it.
Yep.
There's a beaver crossing there, right?
There is a beaver crossing sign.
Because there is literally beaver crossing. We're
Yeah.
beavers, and you should not hit beavers.
Yeah.
You gotta stop. The entire street has like something new. There's protected bike lanes that go both directions. There's a dedicated bike signal. Is that the only bike signal in Corvallis?
I believe so.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. It's metal even.
Am I a loser if I'm excited about that?
No. No, you're cool.
But I mean, yeah, the entire stretch of Washington Way was significantly improved. If you're cycling, you are guaranteed to be separated from cars, but sometimes in different ways. So you could be biking along 15th, you pass by Prax on your right, you turn right onto Washington Way, and you're immediately in a two-way bike path that has bollards separating you from the car's right of way. If there's a crosswalk, the sidewalk just extends into the road, which clearly presents to drivers that they are entering a pedestrian space. But excluding those conflict points along the entire corridor for cyclists, you're either separated by bollards, concrete, or you're just at a completely different elevation. And anytime that you're at the same elevation as pedestrians, there's paint marking whose space is where.
Another thing they've done is in the less developed areas along Washington Way, they've added more lighting. So at night, it's much safer.
Oh, I used to live in Finley Hall, and previously, the train tracks were just completely open right in front of that dorm. They added a fence that prevents pedestrians from entering the train tracks. There used to be like a 3-foot tall railing.
It wasn't much of a barrier.
The separation of modes is really what makes the project successful overall.
Yeah, I think it's a really good example of like human first design. No matter what mode of transportation you're on Washington Way, you feel safe, and it's really awesome.
I mean, yeah, it saved your life.
You know, Charlie, it's been a pleasure. I love you, man.
Love you too, bro.
That's it. That's the ending.